Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome to the first of several pre-season AWL videos leading up to Season 17 of the Animated Wrestling League. There are some big changes happening around the AWL, so please consider this video to be an exposition dump. First and foremost, the format. Nobody wants to watch a 1 to 2 hour video. I know that. Truth be told, I've known that for a long time, but I had this idea in my head of what a wrestling show is supposed to look like, and there was also part of my brain still stuck in the old days where being able to post long-form videos was a privilege here on YouTube. Well, I'm over that. Beginning right now, AWL episodes will be split into multiple parts and posted on a per-match basis over the course of a week. That's right. It's going to be daily or nearly daily AWL content. So the same amount of matches per show, but you're going to get a different match every day. Now, some events, like the Contractual Obligation Rumble, and some shows, like Supercards, will still be, or may still be, in the full show format, but that's going to be a special event kind of thing. Hopefully, this will make the show easier for people to watch. Now, for the big blue elephant in the room. As everyone who follows my channel or has listened to me talk about professional wrestling knows, I am, or was, an enormous fan of Chikara, and out of both admiration and blatant thievery, I've incorporated many aspects of Chikara into the AWL. For those of you who have been following the wrestling news over the last month, that's more than a little problematic right now. For those who haven't been following along, my farewell video to Chikara is linked in the description box below, so feel free to check that out. I am now faced with a series of choices regarding the various Chikara elements in the AWL. What do I keep, and what do I toss? Is it even possible to honor what Chikara meant to the wrestling business and to me personally without normalizing or excusing the inexcusable? Well, I think I found a decent balance here. Point 1. The past is written in stone. I am not deleting or remaking any past AWL episodes, including those that feature individuals that would no longer be welcome in the AWL locker room, if it was a real place and everything. Which brings me to point 2. All Chikara wrestlers have been removed from the AWL roster. Those not accused or otherwise involved in the controversy may be invited back once restrictions on travel are lifted, but that will be on a case-by-case basis. Speaking of which, point 3, real-world time. Real-world travel restrictions are going to be recognized by the Animated Wrestling League. All foreign wrestlers on the active roster may be assumed to either live in Japan or just happen to be in Japan when the lockdown came into effect and they are officially stuck here. No guest wrestlers from outside Japan will be able to visit the AWL unless travel restrictions between their country and Japan are lifted. Point 4. The AWL Grand Championship will keep its name. This is out of respect for the non-crappy wrestlers that worked their asses off to make the Chikara Grand Championship such a respected belt. Also, the realization that a Grand Championship is a great idea for pro wrestling didn't actually come from Chikara. It originally came from Kaiju Big Battle. A little bit of trivia for you there. Point 5, and this is me completely burying the lead. This is probably the biggest storyline point going forward. The AWL is hereby disbanding the 3-point system. It's a bit too specifically Chikara for my taste at the moment. Besides, it was getting to be too much to maintain 2 tag team divisions at once under that kind of a system. Here's hoping that 2K21 will allow for proper intergender wrestling, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. To replace the 3-point system, we're going to introduce a male and female tag team best 4. It works for the other divisions, why not this one? More details on this new tag team division will be announced over the coming days. Point 6. It has been decided that all pre-season events will take place in the AWL Dojo, and beginning with AWL 321 later this summer, we are moving back to the AWL Arena. and we will be using our Simuverse robots to force social distancing between real human AWL fans. If New Japan can get away with running Osaka-jo Hall, then we can do this. Point 7. There is exactly zero chance I am moving anything involved in this wonderful little fake version of a fake sport to WWE 2K20 ever. That game sucks. Everyone involved in it should feel ashamed, and I'm sticking on 2K19 until something better comes along. There are more individual changes for many AWL wrestlers coming for this season, but I'm going to let you watch and discover those for yourselves. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and enable notifications to make sure you stay up to date with everything happening here in the Animated Wrestling League. But for tonight, korede kimarida.